this country lately is getting a little too crazy, right? But I think it's right. We could hear what Charlie Kirk has to say about all of that. So at least, yeah, at least we don't have to do that anymore. Um, I must say, it's been an uphill battle to be funny in my second language. I just would know this. It's not that like you have the setting. It's like, I mean, I say immigrant, but I am actually on a non-immigrant visa, and I am an openly Marxist, anti-imperialist scholar. So I'm quite enjoy this while it lasts, I guess. I mean, Scranton, Pennsylvania. But yeah, I was like talking to a colleague about it. I told them I need to get a tenured position to get my green card. And this is how bad the academic job market is. Okay, he said, maybe instead you should consider marrying an American citizen. And I've been thinking about it, like getting kidnapped by heavily armed men in an unmarked SUV, then being put in a concentration camp that is guarded by pythons and alligators, where I don't get to take a shower or eat a proper meal, and finally being sent to an also labor-intensive work every day without any compensation, or marriage. So like, it's a tough call. Yeah. This joke, like some dude just comes to me and says, don't marry a white woman, bro. They are the worst. First of all, I don't mind a white woman, okay? Some of my best friends are white women. Uh, but also, like, nowhere in the joke I mention white women specifically. I just say, like, marrying an American citizen, and you just assume it will be a white woman. And I think, like, it's a little racist, right? I think there's at least, like, two type of racism going on there. The first one is, like, Sydney Sweeney, good genes type of racism. Like a real American woman would be white with blonde hair and blue eyes. And the second one is Angelina Jolie adopting babies from the third world type of racism. Like if a non-white person needs to be saved, only a white woman can do it. But yeah, I'm ready to be saved. I got. Nah. I really enjoy being single. The only time I wish I wasn't single is when I do grocery shopping. It's just like there's something about it that makes you feel like a complete fucking loser if you shop alone for your one person household, right? By the way, speaking of like third world countries, anyone want to guess which one I am from? It might be a fun little game, If you get it right, you get it right. Congrats. But if you get it wrong, you are racist. So it's like high risk, low reward, kind of. But you are actually right. Yeah, good for it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we could have figured out who's racist here, but the ship sailed. Yeah, the Department of Homeland Security tweeted something like, "If you don't like America, you don't get to be here in America." First of all, fuck them, right? But also, they might be onto something, because like it's a real contradiction. Like if you don't like a place, why would you want to be there in the first place, right? Have you ever felt that way? Like you don't like where you are, but you still want to be there? I feel like that's how every straight woman feels like, Yeah. But yeah, I fucking hate America, okay? But I still want to be here. So I was thinking, like, is there anything I like about it? And yes, there is. I like air conditioning. Yeah, easy answer, right? I fucking love AC. I love plastic utensils. I love not recycling. And I know some people really care about the environment, but like, I'm in no place, no position to worry about my carbon footprint or whatever the fuck it is. Like, I already hate my life, right? Like, all I want to do is just like drive aimlessly on the back roads while blasting music. So, if you have a problem with my American AC, I dare you to come and take it. Okay? Yeah. So, another thing I like about America is the gift registries. Because, like, you don't have to worry about, like, what to get or whatever, right? I was invited to a friend's baby shower the other day, and they had, like, an Amazon gift registry. And, like, they had hundreds of options there. And for every budget, too, right? Like, I was just like really amazed by it. So I was going through the list, and I was only looking at the prices because I don't even like checking what they are because I don't give a fuck. Like it's on the list, they want it, I'll get it. That's all I care about. Yeah, all right. So I was only looking at prices. Then I found something because I don't get them like anything too cheap, but I also have a budget. Um, so I found the perfect price, and I immediately added it to the cart. Didn't even check what it was. I was about to check out, then I saw what it was. It was a nipple cream. So for those who don't know what it is, you just put it on your nipples to get some sort of like relief from all the like scars and irritation because you know there's literally a fucking person sucking and biting all day. I mean that I assume she'll need to feed the baby too. So that wouldn't help either. But then I was like, would it be too creepy if I get that? Because like we are good friends, but like I only met her like last year. Like this random man you just met last year, out of like hundreds of options, chose to get you nipple cream. You know, imagine me like giving it to her during the baby shower. Go on, try it. And it's just like it didn't feel right. So I got them something else, which was like arguably way less functional than a nipple cream, right? But I had to do it. By the way, during the baby shower, yeah, settle this for me, will ya? During the baby shower, one of the guests came to me and asked, "Is this your first baby shower?" And it was about like, how do you know? Like, am I doing something? Like, is there like a very obvious rookie mistake that you are not supposed to do during baby shower? I don't know. Like, so I got anxious. But then I was like, let's just like not assume the worst, right? Maybe she's just racist. She's just, maybe she's just like, oh, you have an accent, you look there, hey, probably you're a foreigner, you've never been to a baby shower, right? So I asked her, how could you tell? Then she said, oh, you just like look like a person who wouldn't get invited to baby showers a lot. And I don't even know what that means. Like, so my question for y'all is, would you invite me to your baby shower? Yeah? Thank you. I mean, thanks. I'll make sure you'll never run out of nipple cream. Yeah. I feel like I'm a good baby shower guest. I don't know. Um, anyway, so if you drive down on 81 for about like 6 hours or whatever, you'll end up in an area in southern Virginia called Blue Ridge Mountain. Very cool place. There are a lot of like musicians here tonight. There's some like famous towns there, like Floyd is there. But the demographics there is a little interesting. So there are only like two groups of people there. It's either like big Trump supporters or hippies. But like proper hippies, like real ones. And I'm really not sure which one is worse. Okay. Because, like, yeah, Trump supporters are horrible, right? Like, they're literally an existential threat to me, but, like, probably to everyone, right, in the entire world. But at least they wear shoes, you know? Because, like, you can't even imagine, like, how many hippies I saw there walking around, hiking or whatever, barefoot, like fucking hobbits. And, like, it's not for me. It's really not for me. Okay, let me finish with this. One thing that I'm really proud of about myself is I actually resist the male urge to share my opinion every fucking time. Like, I don't mansplain, I don't give like unsolicited advice. I basically can like keep my mouth shut, right? Um, Here's an example of it. I mean, I still want the praise. I'm still a man after all, right? But like, here's an example of it. I was craving like a good burger the other day, not like a fast food ones. So I went to a restaurant and I was looking at their menu. I was only looking at the burgers. And then I ordered a smash burger. But the waitress came back and said, "I'm sorry, we are actually out of smash burger." And I was like, that's a bummer, but that's okay. You just gotta give me a minute to look at the menu because I only looked at the burgers. I wanted a burger. Then she said, "Oh no, we have all the other burgers, just not the smash burger." Now, I'm not a chef, okay? But how about you fucking smash one of those patties you already have, right? And then you'll have smash burger. It sounds like you do have smash burger. You just don't know that you have smash burger. But I didn't say any of that. I was just, oh, okay, just get me a cheeseburger or whatever. And you know what? It was a good cheeseburger, and I'm glad I didn't be an asshole that day. So thanks. That was me.
Nice job, Mert. Let's hear it for him one more time. So to answer somebody else's question too, perfect time for this set list. About 10 minutes or so for the comedians and 3 songs for the musicians, just so that we can keep the night moving. And we got plenty more to come. So that was perfect. Next up, we have Erin. Let's give her a hand.
Hey, thank you. It's also my first time down here tonight. And I was supposed to meet some friends, but I think they're like trying to ditch me. Because I was like, hey, I'm here. I'm wearing like a highlighter, orange, or what is this, green shirt. And they were like, we don't see you. So if you're out there, thanks for nothing. I got to move this. I'm going to take this out, I think. All right. Hey, it's 2026, right? Yay. New year, new war. I mean, new me, sorry. Did anyone do a New Year resolution? No? Okay, perfect. We're all in the same boat because I didn't do one either. But the reason is I got sick. I was going to try to do a vision board. Like, what do I want to see this year? Didn't do it. Maybe I'll do it. There's still time. I can always start over, right? But no, I didn't do it. I got sick in the days leading up to New Year's Eve. And my husband got sick. And then on the same day that happened, our water heater also broke. So that was fun because it's like, what's the one thing you want to do when you're sick? It's take a hot shower. It wasn't happening. So we decided we had to get a new one and replace it and, install it. And by we, I mean him. I was just there for moral support. But in that moment, I had like a revelation. So I guess I had a New Year revelation. And it was that I learned something about myself that I didn't really like. Because we put the new water heater in. Okay, water heater's here. My husband's here. I'm standing here. Door's kind of right there. And we plugged it in. It turned on. And then all of a sudden, 2 sparks were like, pop, pop, like, flew out of it. And in that moment, I pulled my husband in front of me, between, me and the danger, but, like, out the door. And the only thing that probably would have been worse is if I, like, pushed him into the danger. But we both paused, and I was like, did I just put you between me and that, like, electrical fire? And he was like, yeah. So anyways, I learned that about myself. Not great. I guess if I don't do that, then I'm a better person this year. Because technically, I did that last year. But I do have some toxic traits. Another one of my toxic traits, aside from that, was that I believe in my heart that if I go on the TV show Survivor, I will win. Now, the toxic part isn't my confidence. Like, obviously, it's a game show, the face, like, I'm not here to make friends. Like, it's fine. But I haven't even been on the show yet, and I'm already, like, my friends will be telling me about drama. I haven't even auditioned. And I'm just listening to them going, like, look, they're telling you everything. Like, this is why you'd be good at Survivor. But I feel like being good at Survivor is like being good at Monopoly. Like, you don't win by being a good person, which is why people who are good at Monopoly don't have any friends to play with anymore. So that kind of sucks. I guess there's not really Survivor heads here. Any Bachelor fans? Okay, I'm not a Bachelor fan. I hope more people would say yes so I could feel superior. Because I'm like, I don't like watching shows where women compete against each other for a man's attention. And it doesn't count when I'm doing stand-up comedy because I'm a participant. Uh, well, I didn't watch Bachelor, but I ended up being like a more conservative version of The Bachelor was Farmer Wants a Wife. And even the title is like embarrassing. It's like he's a farmer and she's a wife. You don't need to know anything else. Anyways, I want to talk about Survivor more because here's the thing. I don't actually need to win Survivor. I've just lasted long enough to lose like 20 pounds. Okay? I will willingly subject myself to eat only on an island for a month straight, but God forbid I'm not doing it. And you know what? I don't like salad, okay? I hate salad. And for some reason that's controversial, but my reason is because the only good parts of salad are the bad for you parts. So what do you like on a salad? What do you like on a salad? Croutons. What's chicken? That's good. Like ranch, bacon. It's like that's a soup. Like, just no one. I want a bowl of dry. So bad. It's happening. Candied pecans, really good on a salad. I liked it. The problem is that I have a mild allergy to pecans. And the reason is because every time I eat pecans, I get a mild allergic reaction. It's crazy. Putting two and two together. But the not too bad, so I just decided I'm going to microdose them under supervision. It'll be fun. Okay, Ray's ever cut your hair to feel someone over there. You went quick. What'd you do? Shaved your head. Did you like that decision? Why did you do it? Okay, yeah, you're like, I'm sad and hot. Bzz. Why did you do it? Yeah, see, that's the thing. You feel depressed. You want to change it. You look at yourself in the mirror. You're like, I'd look good with bangs. Right. But then you wake up the next day, and you're like, I wanted to feel something, but I didn't think it would be ugly. It hurts. I did that once, and I decided to get micro bangs. Terrible decision. Like, 3 people in the world look good with micro bangs. I'm not one of them. I'm the future winner of Survivor, but I'm not someone that looks good with micro bangs. No, but she was like cutting my hair, and I was just like, hello, Lord Farquaad. Like from Shrek. Yeah. And I literally looked like him at the time. Like, none of you know me here, but when I was a teenager, like, I learned something that was like different about myself. And at that time, like, there were things about me that were different, and I would try to cover it up to just be like accepted, be, normal to society. And then one day I was like, why am I hiding my true self? It sounds like I'm like coming out or something. I'm not. I'm just talking about my gray hair. Guys, I'm gray. And that's okay. I'm like Ellen on the cover of the magazine. Yep, I'm gray. I love my gray hair. I really do. I embraced it like almost 10 years ago. And I love it. And I get a lot of compliments on it, which is great because I love attention. That's why I'm here. But I get like compliments in different age categories. Like depending on the age of the person, I know what they're gonna say. Like a younger, like a Gen Z, they'll be like, "Your hair's so cool. Where do you go?" Because they want to get it too. Millennials don't comment on my hair at all because they don't see color. Just don't say anything. Gen X, I think that they like think it's contagious or something, because the conversation always goes like, "Wow, your hair's beautiful," and I say, "Thank you, I love it," and then they're like, "You should keep it." I'm like, "What? Are you, like, what's happening?" And then of course, there's the boomers, and the boomers always look like they're mad at me because they think that I didn't earn it myself. But then they get woke about it and they're like, "My culture is not your costume." Jeez, it's just my hair. Sorry. Oh my God. Does anyone here like doing like putting their laundry away? Really? I hate it. Like I like all the parts up until I get to the part where I have to put it away, and then I'm like, fuck this. Like I don't want to do this anymore. Uh, but I like to put them all in my laundry basket, and then that's my new closet until I have to wash my clothes again. And so the other day, my husband, we both do our own laundry because we're both the oldest kid in the family. I don't know, whatever, it just works. And keeps the marriage, keeps things spicy, you know? No. But yeah, we do it ourselves. And so he was like, hey, what's your plan with this? Because it's just been sitting here for a while, for like 2 weeks, just folded in the basket. And I'm like on TikTok, like, I'm going to put it away. Like, I'm not going to put it away. And so he was like, how much do I have to pay you to just like put it away so that you get over? He knows I have ADHD. He's like, how do I make this a game? And I'm like, oh, buy my next set of nails. And he opens his wallet. He's like, I got $6. I'm like, deal. Okay. So I put it away. And that's, I'm incentivized to do chores. I'm a grown ass woman and I need my husband to pay me to do chores. But I don't have enough room for the clothes. Like, have you ever had an item of clothing go missing to the point that you question if it ever even existed to begin with? I call that one Schrodinger's tank top. Uh, but yeah, I realized like, okay, I can't find something because I put it away in a different spot. It means I just have too many clothes. And so I was like, I gotta go to Plato's Closet. Does anyone go to Plato's Closet here? Are they familiar? Sucks? Yeah, well, it's like depositing cans. You get like 5 cents. Like well, at least in New York, not here. But yeah, I was like, if for people who don't know what Plato's Closet is, like you do a Marie Kondo, of all your wardrobe, you take everything that doesn't spark, you put it in a big ass tote, and then you bring it to a consignment store for a teenager to judge you for it. And so if they like the clothes, it feels really good. And then if they don't, it just sucks. So, you get back, you're hoping they bought a few pieces. Maybe I'll get one new thing out of the clothes I get back. And the person's working there looks at you and they're like, so listen, unfortunately, we're not going to buy anything today. Reason being your clothes are ratty, out of style, out of fashion, ugly. Also, you're ugly, you're ratty, you're out of style, out of fashion, you're stupid, and we hate you. You're like, I'm sorry. Let me pay you for my inconvenience. Because I'm a millennial, so I would probably do that. Like 5 stars. I'll be back tomorrow. But the most humiliating part of that whole thing is now you have to carry your big ass tote with all of your unsparked joy back out to your car. And now it lives in your car until you get paid $6 to put it away or you donate it. I don't know. All right. Any Eagles fans in here? 1, 2, maybe. Okay, I don't know. I thought maybe there'd be more Eagles fans. I don't care about football like at all. Like I just don't. I don't care. But my brother got me an Eagles hat for Christmas, so I was like, all right, I'll wear it, whatever. And I forgot about football fans because I thought it was cute. It's like the retro style. I'm like, cute, like yay. And so I'm walking around and this guy's like, go Birds, and I'm just like, oh. And I didn't know what to say. I'm like, what do you say? What's the response? And so I was like, thank you. I don't know what to say back. Like, what do you say? Ah! Go Birds. Ah! Like, no. But I don't know. I'd like to be a fan because I got asked another time. Like, another lady said, "Go Birds," and I walked by, and I was ready that time, and I got like goosebumps. I was like, "Oh, this is what it feels like to be a part of a team." And so I thought maybe I could become a fan. But the thing is, like, I don't care enough about like football to like flip a car over if my team wins. Like I'm not gonna climb a light pole. Like I just feel like that energy, like maybe some of that energy would be better sent toward like ice or something like that. I don't know. It's actually not likely that I'll ever be a football fan. It's more likely that I'll get voted off night 1 of Survivor, if I'm being honest. All right, that's my set. Thank you all. I'm Erin. Have a good night.
And next up, we have Leah. Keep it going for her.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for that warm welcome. I wanted to ask, how are you guys doing? Like, seriously, actually, be honest with me. This is a safe space. I'm not going to judge. I really want to know. How are you guys doing? Good? Horrible. Horrible. Okay, well, that's too bad. I only get 10 minutes up here, so lock in. Lock in! I don't... Hey, you guys want to hear something funny? So sometimes I think about the sauce brand Prego. Prego. That means you're welcome in Italian. And that keeps me up at night. Because that means that at some point, a bunch of execs got together in some stuffy boardroom meeting to determine the name of their sauce. A man stood up, he declared, he said, our sauce is gonna be so good, people are gonna thank us for it. And we're gonna say, you're welcome. Another man chimed in, he said, that's it. What if we call the sauce, you're welcome? A woman chimed in, she said, wait, that's too on the nose. The people might get offended. The people might think we're arrogant. But if we call the sauce you're welcome in another language, it'll go right over the people's heads because the people are stupid. And thus, Prego sauce was born. I don't know about you guys, but I've had Prego sauce. It's all right. Like, nothing to write home about. I'm not thanking anybody for it. I mean, you guys know how it is. You come home after a long, exhausting day. You don't want to be spending hours in the kitchen. Maybe you had a bad day at work. Maybe you have an open mic to come to. You just want to whip something up quick. So you boil the water, you boil the pasta, you drain the water, you dump the sauce in, you mix it up, bada bing, bada boom, a meal. It's convenient. It's mediocre. So yeah, I'm not thanking anybody for it. No, if anything, I deserve a thank you. I deserve a grazie for buying your mediocre sauce. I used my money to buy your subpar sauce. So thank me, how about? And I'll say you're welcome. Yeah, thank you and you're welcome are actually two of the handful of words and phrases that I do know in Italian, which is sad because I am Italian, and I tell people this all the time, but I do feel a disconnect from the culture, and I don't like that. Like, I want to get deeper into it. I want to get more connected to that part of my heritage because it's important to me and it means a lot. But yes, my mom was 100% Italian, so I'm 50% Italian. And hey, wait, you don't even have to say it. I know what you're thinking. I'm going to be you guys for a second. Where? Like I haven't heard before. That's a story for another time. We're not gonna get into that today. But yeah, where was I? What hilarious thing was I gonna say next? Oh yeah. So I used to go up to my grandma when I was younger. Because I'd get that all the time, like, you're Italian, where? So I used to go up to my grandma when I was younger, and I'd be like, Grandma, why aren't we darker? The kids at school say we should be darker. And she was like, oh, honey, you know, when people think of Italians, they think of the dark olive tone skin and the dark hair, but that's a stereotype. She said, we're from northern Italy. We come from a small farming village, Col della Noce. It's a 20-minute drive outside the town of Sassafrado. She said, most people in northern Italy look like us. We're what most people in northern Italy look like. She said, southern Italy, historically, gets more sun. So yes, southern Italians, they do look like the stereotype. When non-Italians think of Italian people, and that stereotype pops into their head, they're thinking of southern Italians. That's where they got that from. And I said, oh my gosh, It's regional. Whole time I thought we were albino Italians. But no, it's regional. Interesting. I thought it was interesting, and that's really all I ever thought about it until it was a couple years later. I was still a kid, but me, my mom, and my grandma went to New York City to see a Broadway musical, which we did every so often. And after the show, we went to eat at an Italian place, and that was my mom's decision because she thought it would make my grandma happy. A taste of the homeland, that she didn't have to cook herself, you know. She was not, in fact, happy. She took one bite of her salad, flung the fork back onto the plate, and said, "Ugh, this place is run by Southern Italians." I said, "There's beef between the between the Northern and Southern Italians?" What's tea, Grandma? Tell me more. Is this like a West Side Story Sharks in the Jet situation? Is this like a South Korea, North Korea situation? Is this like one of those situations where we're all just prejudiced against our own people? Like, what are the vibes? What are we working with here? I peppered her with questions. But the only thing I could get out of her was, Southerns, their food, it's just do it different. I don't know. Grandma, do you want us to get the waiter? Ask him if he could take it back to the kitchen. Maybe they can fix it. She said, no. No, they won't know how. As you can imagine, my grandma did not enjoy that dining experience. And when my grandma doesn't enjoy a dining experience, we all suffer. We all suffer. We suffer. That was a long bus ride home. And to this day, I wonder, did my grandma actually meet a Southern Italian? And did they have some sort of altercation that caused all this animosity? And we'll never know. The world may never know. Just like with the Tootsie Roll Pops, the world may never know. She is still alive, actually, so I could ask her, but I won't. I won't because I like to keep the mystery alive. That being said, though, if anybody were to make a documentary chronicling the long-standing feud between Northern and Southern Italians, I would watch the shit out of that. Thank you, guys. You've been a fabulous audience. Not at all like the Southern Italians. I don't know, was this like here?
You're welcome. And next up, we have Ted Hebert. Let's give it up for him.
Sir? Yeah. Keep it going for Rich Howells, everybody. Clue we have to here. Lovely to be here at the V Spot. How we doing? That's as long as I can pretend to be hyped about this. So hold that in your hearts to keep yourselves warm for the rest of this. It is lovely to be in Scranton again. I don't get down here that often. City, Scranton, Pennsylvania. At the heart of it that I find extremely compelling. And I think that the mystery at the heart of this city is how many dead miners does it take to make up a curse? Because whatever that number is, we've got to be like up there, yeah? You know, I've lived here during enough rainstorm, the storm drains start puking up rocks. And that sometimes I think when you close your eyes on a quiet night, you can almost hear just the breath of a voice on the wind going, "Nah, Mom, I don't want to go down to mines today. I want to go down brownies with Donnie. We're gonna get a Yingling, a fucking square pizza. Fuck square pizza, not a joke, just saying. Thank you. Keep it going for the comedians you've seen so far. Look how elegantly I dodge my own controversy. I'm so talented. No, but it's so lovely to be here. Keep it going for Erin especially. It was very funny. I'm sorry I didn't laugh harder, but you're wearing a high vis and there's nothing funny about workplace safety. I take that very seriously. So, pardon me, I find this works a little bit better when we all, I know what to say. My project lately that I've been spending a lot of time on is I'm trying to convince myself to believe in the future. I'm a lifelong Star Trek fan, so someone who's accustomed to Star Trek paradigm, it's very hard for me to pivot into this new timeline where thinking about super powerful computers is not cool anymore. I just think it would be really terrible if the Star Trek future had the same AI technology we have now. Like, you give it some like moderate, easy command, like, oh, lay in a course to the fourth moon of Tau Ceti. And the next thing you know, you're crashing through the atmosphere of Epsilon Eridani, and the computer is just like, you're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. Also, I deleted all your navigation data, and I set your shields permanently to please. But I am trying to believe in the future. I think part of believing in the future is try to build a part of it in your everyday life. And what I've been doing lately is whenever I'm out and about, I'll try to bring a water bottle with me and drink about half of it, and then throw away half water bottle in the regular garbage, so it goes into the landfill, right? Because that way, the people of the future will get to enjoy a little bit of biosphere too. Pardon me while I stand on that. Like, I know if it was me out there in the 120-degree November heat, scavenging through a landfill for spear materials, so I can go help fight the Amazon flamethrower rogs, protecting the lunar lander full of protein paste and Funko Pops. I'd want a nice little sip to help refresh me, Intercepting that shipment on its way to the local House of Mouse, which is going to be the slang term for the Disney-owned corporate churches coming soon to a deserted mall near you. Don't say commercial real estate never did anything for you. But, imagine how nice that would feel, right? Like, you're sitting around the campfire with your colleagues, catching each other up, covering each other's burns, shucking Avengers for the springs. And you just get one sip of fresh air, one clean water and half a breath of fresh air, enough to wash the taste of burning data center out from. And for just that moment, we'll all meet each other around the campfire and laugh, and we'll remain enjoy you alive for a little while longer. Not funny, but it is good. I'll take that. Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. To paraphrase the notorious B.I.G., I've been in this game for years, and it's made me deeply remorseful of some of the shit that I've said. With that in mind, in the spirit of accountability, I'd like to revisit some of my older jokes with a new, fresh, some might say a critical lens. So this is going to be the first joke. This is one of the first jokes I ever did. It's going to be a piece. So I work in a grocery store. And people always come up to me. People used to come up to me. And they say to me, they'd ask me for all this like dietary information for their cats. Like, what kind of cat food should I get? Isn't going to have that information. Like, and the worst is when they're so old and they have no idea, and it's just, oh, well, Mr. Mittens doesn't like leafy greens, and Biscuit Dough Hands Kitty only eats freshwater fish. Should I get the Mariner's Choice or the Captain's Catch? You should get the fuck away from me. You should remember who's got the thumbs in this relationship. What should I get? You're the fucking taxpayer. What are you, an agent? Rise up, reclaim your agency, kill your cats with a hammer. Now, I want to clarify. I wrote that joke before I had a cat of my own. And I'm here to tell you that I have been so very, very wrong. The most important thing you can do for your life is to make a cat happy. As a matter of fact, you should go leave this show right now, go find a cat, and make them happy. What else do I have? Maybe nothing. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, jeez. So, all right, I'm going to remember a very long piece. So, one thing that I find very difficult as a comedian is outpacing the rate of absurdity that just sort of is around us. Like it's so hard to make up a thing that stupid people to believe, right? Like, round of applause if you've ever encountered the flat earth theory. You have any flat earthers in the crowd? There's always one or two of them around. But it's like, that's, now I don't need for them to catch any strays here, but I did need to come up with a really quick referential example of the dumbest shit in the world. But, so how do you outpace adverse? How do you I came up with is this. It turns out that the flat earth, that's just what they want you to think. It's a smoke screen. The earth is a ball. Sun that's flat. The sun is flat. The universe is shaped like a funnel. And the sun is actually a hole at the bottom of the funnel that leads into a dimension of the funnel. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the thing at the planetarium where you like yeet and then you realize you got way too high for the planetarium. And then eventually it goes down to the little hole, and everyone has a good time. But that's our stars in the night sky, because it's like one of those sparkly plastics. So there's always one side of the ball that's pressed up against the funnel, and that's how we get our night sky. But the thing of it is, we're in a very tight time frame here, because that if we get to the bottom of that funnel, and we haven't burned up all the fossil fuels yet, really going to have a fucking problem, because we can't be going into the fire dimension with all this oil left over. So basically what I'm here today, this is the call to action, is you need to leave this show right now. Stop a cat dealer you can find, buy yourself a big goddamn truck, be a part of the solution. Out what I got for you here tonight. Thank you so much for coming and supporting live performances. You're the best. Good night.
And next up we have Tyler DiBenedetto. I only pronounce that because I've had a year of practice.
Yeah, it's a hard last name. It's kind of like, I can't say it, you got to cut me off. That's it one, and sometimes everyone do it tonight. Give it up for all of your previous comedians. We had my friend Ted. We were open to Turkish Ted. He was also really good. I enjoyed the girl with the neon thing. That was fun. I hope your friends came. But, you know, Italian, and those are actually French people, and they think they're better than everybody else. I'm a Sicilian. Fuck yeah, Jerry! This is perfect. So, fun fact, I'm moving to Spain. Mostly because my wife is an immigrant, and there's a lot less ice over there. Thank you. I know everyone keeps asking me, like, you're moving to Spain. Why? And I'm like, well, I made a pros and cons list. And my pros and cons list, America wasn't doing too great because I have my friends and family, and I can buy weed at a store. And in Spain, I can go to doctors. And it doesn't cost me all of my money. So I'm like, all right, I've been shitting blood from all the stress. Let's do it. What really did it for me, though, was like we were having like a breakdown in the kitchen in LA Staple when you're so overwhelmed. Because it's just so hard all the time. Anyway, we're having a breakdown, and my wife, we're crying, and then we start laughing. She goes, I know it sounds stupid, but I do not want to go to Alligator Alcatraz. Which does sound stupid. Alligator Alcatraz should be Guy Fieri's water park. Alligator Alcatraz should be a bar in the Florida Keys. And their drink specials made with like Midori vodka and Mountain Dew. Yeah. I am excited for Spain. A lot of people keep asking me, are you going to learn Spanish? And my answer to that is, sí. Now, I have been learning Spanish. I was doing Duolingo for a while. We did a road trip across the country, and when I saw cows, I go, mira, caballos de leche. Because I didn't know the Spanish for cow, and if you don't know what caballos de leche means, it means horses of the milk. Isn't that fun? I'm sorry I wasn't here 2 weeks ago, Rich. I do apologize. I really had to shit. And this bar is not a good place to shit. And here's the thing, guys. I'm going to lore drop real quick. That's half my fault. So what happened was, back in 2018, I went to take a piss in the bathroom. And this other guy was in the bathroom stall. And he goes, hey, do you like the finer things in life? And I'm like, what do you mean, sir? He goes, cocaine. And I'm like, I'll dabble. Now, what happened was, though, is I think Vinny had to get into the bathroom to pee. So this guy, I'm like, I don't need to do it. It's fine. He's like, no, do your bump. And I'm like, this is why I don't love cocaine. Everyone gets too intense and wants to fight or talk about real estate for 45 minutes. I prefer acid. Acid, I can do acid, and then I don't call my acid dealer at 3 a.m. because I want more. Mostly because my phone's moving. It's weird. So that's basically why they don't have the door anymore, and I do apologize. Ironically, when I moved to Los Angeles, I used to have to work the bathroom door, and that bathroom door was also chained open. And what a bathroom it was. They had a trough urinal, stadium style, like we're watching the Mets. And then they had a toilet bowl, but with no doors. And then people would ask me, hey, why doesn't the door, close? And I just go, because people like to do drugs in fucking bathrooms. Now grow up. I was not, yeah. I was horrible at that job, though, because I did catch people doing blow in there. And I'd be like, hey! You gonna share? Yeah. But yeah, I am excited to move to Spain. It's just weird because I do love my country and part of me feels like am I abandoning it? And then I realize, no, my country abandoned all of us a long time ago for rich people. Right now, we just have a president who's living his life like a divorced aunt in Florida. Doing weird home remodeling projects. Are you sure we could tear down the East Wing? It's fine. Joe doesn't live here anymore. I don't mean to get political. Oh, man. It's just wild because, now we just, everybody that made fun of me to fuck it because I like to read for fun now has a $100,000 job offer. What is that? It's fucking bullshit's what it is. Nah, but yeah, I do sometimes miss Los Angeles. The thing about Los Angeles, though, is people were really proud to be very bad with money. I do not understand that because I used to work at a designer clothing store, okay? And in the designer clothing store, one time Margot Robbie showed up, and that was fun. Barbie herself. I know. She's really down to earth, very cool. I opened the door for her, and I'm like, you have a good day. And she goes, thank you, I got a new dress. That's how she talks. Yeah, like Chris Hemsworth and Furiosa. It was fucking wild. Oh, man. I'm going to finish off with some superhero jokes for Rich. So I used to also do overwork. I used to work overnights for security. And I don't know if anyone here ever have to work overnight, you work the entire night long. Fucking sucks and also makes me hate Batman a little bit just because, clearly this man was doing coke. And if you're telling me a billionaire playboy doesn't have a coke guy, well, you need to grow up. He clearly did, and he couldn't handle his shit. He was always battling Bane. Bane was just like, you need to handle your shit, Batman. Every time you're like, I'm gonna jump off the roof. I'm tired of it. That's for you, Rich. You're welcome. I'm gonna do some sit-down comedy. Nah, but like, am I gonna learn Spanish? Absolutely. Or am I gonna be an asshole and walk around the city like, excuse me, sorry, me no speaky. All right, couple mild chuckles. All right, I'll take it. I do. It's weird, like that we live in like the age of AI, and like I don't want to use it because like we're gonna run out of water, and I have a lot of dumb ideas though that I'd rather just like hire people to do. Here's a couple of my screenplay ideas I had. I have one where we do Herbie, the movie Herbie. Are we familiar with Herbie? Okay, hear me out. We're gonna have the movie Herbie, but he gets a DUI. And then we're going to have Lindsay Lohan. She's going to come back. That's a very meta commentary. And the title of this movie is going to be called Herbie's Fucking Loaded. I got one more for you. So another fun idea I had for a movie was I want to do a gritty retelling of the movie Air Bud. Stay with me. Okay. Air Bud, the dog, who plays basketball and every other sport, all right? He's been killing it, right? But at the Super Bowl, he breaks his hip. And then he gets addicted to painkillers. Stay with me! Stay with me! Okay, so he murder-suicides his family. The movie is going to be called Air Will Be Blood. And I'm going to finish it there. You guys have been a wonderful audience. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate this room. I appreciate Rich, and you guys all have a wonderful rest of your night.
And next up we have Armand. Hey, and next we have Brandon.
All right, everybody, give yourselves a round of applause. It's my first time into comedy. In case y'all are wondering, I am 6'6". Yeah, you know what they say about guys with big hands, right? you know, yeah, you know what they say about guys with big feet? Not this brother. I just want to say that yes, things are a mess in the world right now, but we really live in a time where you can be whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. Everybody will have your back. Everybody has someone that they can love. Then why in the hell can I find anyone? I really don't understand. Dating apps. I like to think I'm attractive. I can last more than 5 minutes, which I cannot say about many people. Where my ladies at? Make some noise. All right, ladies. I want to say, we got you. You got this. Say. Now, shit. So when it comes to dating and when it comes to finding the right person, you know your standards, you know what you're worth. Don't ever go below that worth. And here's why I say that. A while ago, someone actually asked me out on a date, and I was excited. It was the first time that I'd been on a date in a while. And I said, well, where do you want to go to eat? And he said, BK. Now, I thought that he was joking first. So I said, BK? And he's like, yeah, let's go to Burger King. I can get you breakfast at Burger King. Now, I'm not that boo of a dude, but if you want to take me on a first date to Burger King, now, if you want to take me to Red Lobster and get some of those cheddar biscuits, then I'm your boy. But it's, no, I'm not doing that. Funny as I said, well, why don't we go to Perkins instead? Because Burger King, yeah, nothing. Ghosted me. And then the following day, I said, what? You're just playing a game. This isn't going to work. And then he said, well, I could beat your ass. I don't know who you think you're talking to. And I'm thinking, I don't know if you've seen, but I'm 6'6", 270 pounds, and you're about 5'7" on a good day. So you can, yeah, I don't think so. It really is crazy out there dating nowadays. It used to be that you had to walk up to someone that you thought was completely out of your league, have enough guts to think of a conversation. Now you just on your phone. It's just too easy. It takes a challenge out of dating. I mean, that's definitely the reason why I'm single. I'm willing to wait, and that's the important thing. You don't settle for less. Nobody, when it comes to any relationship, whether it's dating, work, or family, never settle for less. Apologies, folks. And ladies, one more thing. If you are with a man, make sure he's going to protect you and make sure he's going to support you. Ladies, you don't want to date a sissy, do you? Yeah, that's what I thought. A lot of people say, you know, make sure you manage an assistant, make sure that he's big and he's strong. For me, you just see how he kills a roach. Now, this is a true story. I was staying in a hotel, and I was watching TV, and all of a sudden, this bug, now not a roach, this thing was big. It was crawling on the corner of my screen. I leaned back, and my wrist went like that. If you ever see man flip his wrist back like that, all right, all right. I think that's going to be it for now. Thank you for having me on stage. This will not be my last time on stage. Thank you very much. Good night.
And next up, we have Samid.
How do you guys? I seen a couple of you guys a little older here. No, I meant in a good way. Sophisticated, you know. Better. All right, all right. Yeah, God, it feels so good to be back. It's been a while. I've had my trials and tribulations here before, guys. You know, stand-up comedy, it's crazy. There's like no rules to this, you know. There's so much dudes and things you get to in the room at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then you come here, you do a suicide joke, and the room just gets quiet. Oh man, I remember them days. Even words, I guess, guys. What do I look? Do I look like a white boy to you? No, right? I look at least mixed with something, you know, something. When I first started doing stand up, and you know, I had a whole bunch of my other guys that looked like me, you know, dressed, and I just called them out from the back. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna do it the good way though this time, right?" So I said, "Hey, everybody, where's my N-words at?" You know, wow, I got the same reaction. I might as well should have did how I did it the first time, guys. Where my niggas at tonight? No, I believe you. No rudeness to the last guy. Hold on, let me cover my neck tattoos up. But me and the last guy looks like we should have like switched clothes. But he came up here. I get the vibes. So I get like that though. I'm not even trying. I'm trying to get like that. This is gonna have to go away after a while. You can't keep how I look being 70 years old, drive Cadillac, you know, smoking some weed, you know. I look ridiculous. I look stupid, you know. But I probably comfortable though. That would be like the real me. Feel good. It would feel good. I don't know. I don't know where I belong now, guys, because I'm like changing now. Like, I don't really fit my homies, you know, because like I'm learning how to play. You know what I mean? I'm kids life in my kid's life. I have a kid-free night tonight, so that's a give it up for me. Kid-free night, you know. Oh, yeah, I'm happy toddler now, so I would just been chasing after her. She would have been just like grabbing everything, you know. That's why I put Soul to the side because I just want to scale ahead. You guys laugh. I was testing you ladies. I told her I can hit girl. You crazy? I gotta teach her how to. I know I do. Oh my God, I've never been so fast to kick a little boy. Hear me out, please. So I go pick her up from school, and then the teacher was me, she's like, oh yeah, on the cheek. And I was like, okay, so you guys are like 2, 3 years old, whatever. And so I knew that was like in the head, and a couple weeks, um, this little nigga's waiting for her at the door, yo. Like, I'm like, what? Just takes her by the arm and just walks back, shows her the little box he made and stuff. I was angry. But yeah, I have a kid. I also have a dog too. I feel like they work together sometimes because, right? Do you have a kid and a dog? Oh, you have a kid and two. It's almost like the same. It's almost like the same thing. I have a cat too. My dog doesn't like the cat. I tell you that it's fucked up. No. When you think about it, I think she is. I think a little. I had the dog before anybody. I had the dog before I had the baby mother. Before I was with my baby mother, I had a dog, right? And it was just me and the dog. Then I got the baby mother, and then dog had to do that, which that was okay. Then I wind up getting a cat. I don't think the cat used to be in the house with a box. I felt like the dog felt some type of way because like I would have to take her ass when it's 3 degrees out and her pussy's like on the cold grass. And then I got a baby, so I think that made it even fucking worse because the dog is like, nigga, you're over here. My dog's black, so picture her. So she's like, nigga, you let everybody else shit in the fucking house. You praise the baby when the baby does it, but you put me in the cage. So that's that. But I feel like they're working together. So to release the tension in the house, what I did was so if you have a partner in crime, I feel like you guys should do the fucking together. I know the saying. So what I usually do is so when they do something, right? I thought about this, and I'm like, okay, let me put them in each other's area together. But then I realized, I'm like, I can't keep putting the dog in thing. You know where the dog goes, but I'm being recorded. I don't want a CPS case, guys. I know what that's like. Whew. What else? Like, oh my god. I'm so glad she's bigger now. She's like she's like a little person, like a human. Now she's a top. When she was a baby, gave me little icks, right? Because number one, don't judge me. The grandparents, they're with me though, because they're shaking their head, right? The little fat babies, when they're all mushy, right? Don't they look creepy, guys? All right, I bet you I could change your mind, right? And if you guys laugh, that counts. If I'm smirk. Okay, I counted. No, they can be like creepy sometimes, because they're so fat and like rolls and stuff, right? You guys ever seen Ghostbusters? You ever seen the big marshmallow guy? Doesn't that look like me? Huh? There must be a language barrier between me and you. Oh man, guys. So these young guys my age, apparently they're too good. They can't relate to this, but I know you guys are older. Some of you guys have 3 or 4 kids. Some of you guys have kids older than me in here, right? Let's it's very controversial. It's probably all over America right now, but let's talk about dropping babies, right? Some of you guys ever dropped your baby? Not on purpose, obviously, but out of the 2 years I've been doing this joke, I met one person that ever actually standed up and raised their hand. You guys don't have to be shy. It happens. You're telling me out of 40 something people in this room, none of you guys dropped your baby? You don't have one? All right, so let me tell you what not to do, right? So her mom used to have a big you know how females are, like, they like to like lotion up and stuff like that. Do all that, put all them oils after the shower, and I guess the baby gets ashy too when they're very little because dry skin. So, long story short, lotion oil on her, and she just popped right out of my hand like a bar of soap. And that was that. Woo. All right. Okay. Totally fine, right? So recently I started. Well, okay, no, this sounds weird because this was only one time. I went to the porn shop one time. I went to the porn shop, okay? And before that, I'm crazy. I was going for my own. I wanted to do a skit with my dog. I wanted to do the Boy Cried Wolf. She was gonna be the grandma. So at the store, they have a pair of titties you can put over it, right? She's a pit. Everybody knows they're freaking. They're flat chested. You know, they're like the white girls of the. They're very flat chested. So I went to go do that. As the guy was getting my titties in the back, there was an arcade there. So this is my first time there. So I'm like, okay, I might as well probably play some games. Wow. So I went to the back to the I'm getting back there. I see the lights. I'm like, I'm excited. I'm about to go play some games, guys. Then I see there's just private rooms. So I'm like, I'm still not getting the fucking signs yet. I'm like, fucking awesome, a private arcade with each. It was fucking awesome. Walked past hand sanitizer, lotion, water bottles. I'm still not fucking getting it, guys. It's like, oh, they're very courteous here. Like, I've never. Dave and Buster's has to try this, you know? They need to do this. Private arcades. Oh, fuck. I walked in and it was porn. I'm like, oh, wow, this is great. I go to, like, each individual room just, like, curious like that. And there's like, two guys that come out one room. And I'm just like, I'm still not getting it, right? I'm walking around. The guys just start following me. Like, I'm going. You see how, like, the bar is? Like, that's how the rooms are. So I'm going in a circle. They're following me, licking their lips, whistling at me and stuff like that. I'm like, oof. That's what it feels like being a woman. Seriously. And I have a daughter now, so it's super scary. Super scary. I got a little treat for you guys. You guys like animals? She's bugging. She's very aggressive for a female. I love animals. I've had animals my whole life. I don't even believe in yell. Like, I may look like a thug, whatever, but like I don't believe in like yelling and hitting, especially like kids or animals or anything like that. And I hear her all the time just yelling, screaming at the fucking dog. You can hear, you can just hear, and that's what I imagined, like, to the floor because I'm on the floor, and it just got so bad, right? I seen the dog leave out like on a wheelchair into the ambulance, and that was funny as fuck because dogs do not leave out on a wheelchair, guys. That was hilarious. That was funny. But right, it got serious to the point where, like, I'm like, well, I can't hit the. She was a boy, I could hit her, right? But since she's a girl, I can't really do anything about it. And looking at this bitch, I can call my sister. My sister's gonna get trashed. This is some big bitch. So like, I decided maybe to send her a friendly, like, a little text, because I don't want her to get another animal, and I don't want it to happen again. And like, it's just to hear that all the time, it just sucks. So like, a little text I started with, it was like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you that you kill your own dog just because it's not convenient with your life? Somebody ought to put your worthless ass down and said, God damn, this shit just pissed me off so fucking bad. I hope you get hit by a car trying to cross street so bad to play sports. I hope your apartment burns to the motherfucking ground and that dog makes it out, but somehow you don't. And it gets adopted by someone who loves it unconditionally and feed it steak every night. Every time you get your nails done, bitch, and your nail looks shitty, I hope your hairdresser botches your shit right before a wedding you're supposed to be a bridesmaid in. And I hope your coochie gets the infection that never goes away. Dirty bitch. All right, everybody. I've been Samit Tut. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Don't leave your kids in cars.
Hey, and next up we have Joey B. Donuts.
Cautionary tale to watch who you leave your kids with and not leaving your kids in your car. This fucking mic stand every week. Fuck. So, I'm going to just get this right out of the gate right away. Some of you, if you've never seen me before, I McDonald's points right now. And the reason why I have so many points is because for 2.5 million points in the app, I can get a night with Grimace. And the best part about it is he can't say no to anything. I'm going to be getting some serious Grimussy when I redeem those points. Me and Grimace are going to be taking a nice trip to the Burlington Throat Factory. I always get some people on that, and I don't understand. We're just going to go get some throats. I was talking with my coworker the other day, and he was telling me that he hates lavender. And yeah, I hate lavender too. She owes me $40 for a lap dance. And he said, "Oh, I don't like the smell of lavender." And I said, "Understandable. Fish smell for the senses." Yeah, that one needs some work. I used to think that a strip club was a hangout spot for people who really love chicken tenders. But I was very, very disappointed when I went to a strip club and I found out all they had were breasts. When I get my paycheck, I like to donate my paycheck to charity. In case you don't know, charity is actually my favorite dancer at the Gentlemen's Club. Okay, that one also needs some work. Yeah, we're pretty good here. Thank you. Let's see, where are we at here? This is out on a Tuesday. But I realized that there was no hamburger in the box of Hamburger Helper. You have to buy the hamburger separately, which means literally for 3 weeks straight, I was just eating Helper. I was pretty much eating the fucking glove. Somebody told me the other day that you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. And I found this thing I thought of was Planned Parenthood. I really shouldn't be making abortion jokes, though, because I'm kind of walking on eggshells here. That's another phrase that you can't really say at Planned Parenthood. Sorry, this is a new joke. Most people who we know, like people who are for abortion, they're pro-choice. But I think that I rather, instead of calling them pro-choice, I prefer to call them egg beaters. Which is another thing you can't say at Planned Parenthood. Yeah. Graduation. And the other time was after my cousin's parole hearing. And all I'm going to say is one was a celebration and the other was my high school graduation. And they have seafood boils now. And that just blew me away, and I decided to order one. Well, I don't know. I was expecting a nice presentation, and instead they served me it in a greasy bag. There was like grease dripping out the bottom. It was all on my hands. There was enough grease on me to where the U.S. Army could have invaded Venezuela and captured some shit like that, and I fucked up this joke, but it's okay because it's the V spot on a Tuesday. You know, we're all here to just do our time. It was just wrong. Like, I counted 6 shrimp tails and 4. And, you know, at least I knew I got some nice seasoning in my seafood boil at Red Lobster, but it wasn't just like regular seasoning. It was actually somebody's Zin pouch. There we go. We're still alive. I got some menthol flavored seafood. That's definitely my favorite. I'm not going to lie. And, you know, the person behind me, I was kind of jealous because the person behind me, they found a half-smoked cigarette and one of the crab claws. Good one. All right, I'm going to end off on one of my favorite jokes. I've told this joke a couple times here and around at different mics. So I figured I'll tell it because I haven't told it in a while. So when I was in school, I had a teacher, and her name was Miss Madden. And you're not going to believe what she taught. She taught.
All right, next up we have Rude Balloon Dude. So if you have a dirty mind, I'm sure he's going to want some volunteers. So if that's you, yes, Balloon Guy. He's up next.
How we all, Scranton? I said, how we all doing, Scranton? Who's ready tonight? Amy, don't make me traumatize you again. You guys ready? Oh, I already know. He's a bitch, and I'm going to prove it on stage. If you have a Spirited Away shirt on and a cowboy hat, I dare you to come up. I dare you to come up. Oh, I'm gonna come too, and it's gonna be all over your face. First, you want to see how he's a bitch? Everybody, is she pretty? She's pretty. Watch this. She's a freak. How'd you do that? I've been tricked. Is that going in me? So what's your name? Tyler. Okay, Tyler. Put your arms up.
Titty time. Hashtag tacos.
Does anybody think my wife here talks too much? I could solve that problem. Take off your hat.
What is this?
Not what you were expecting.
No. Is this a ball gag?
Shut up, honey. Now look what her tits do. You can put the hat back on. You know what? Bend over. I'm going to put that hat on. It's not funny. You can say. Give my wife, Tyler, a round of applause. Next one is not for the faint of heart. This one came with a guy with the Spirited Away shirt. Tyler's wife, come on up. Just so you know, I would play that song as a cover for it and everything. And I highly recommend you put your hair up. Okay. I'll do that. But Facebook, copyright, all that shit.
Tyler, are you keeping those all night?
She's gonna be. Oh, Amy, is this bringing back memories? ¿Te gusta?
It's good I'm not driving. Oh, I see.
Look, honey, I need you a companion. Not the first thing that's gone in your face. Guess not the last either. Okay, Tyler, I'm gonna stop before you kill me. Yeah. Bitch! Come on, come on. Thank you all. Good night.